Good morning. Shay here in Silver Lake. It's 62 degrees. The high is going to be 85. It was a scorcher yesterday. How did that get wrapped around like that? Oh, that's a bit crazy. It is Friday, 7th of June. Oh wow, look at all those birds right there. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what this is. I keep trying to smell it. It doesn't smell like anything. I'm just going to pull it out. Or I'm going to cut it back because my dill is coming up. And I want the dill. I don't know what all this other stuff is. At least it's not cilantro. I'm grateful that it's not cilantro. Because, I don't know. This right here is a bachelor button. I'm just going to let the water slowly drain out of this. And try to let it dry for like a week or so. I don't know. Woo! That bee got so close. He was like, what's up? Look at all these blooms. It's so beautiful today. It was beautiful yesterday, but my ear was really still bothering me. There's no snow on the mountain. Today, there's no snow on the mountain. Or at least I can't see any. I went to... last night I tried to go look at what's called an Indian flower, and I'm gonna do a video of that. They're out in the desert, and I couldn't find the road. Need to wait till it's a little bit brighter out and ask my neighbor exactly. Oh, look at those peppers. Them's popping up. Look at the garlic. Garlic looking good. The asparagus is looking good. That's a pink echinacea, I know for sure. That's a pink mum. There's a white mum, bachelor button. These are Johnny Jumpers, bachelor button. This is a bachelor button that I'm going to have to thin out. Because I'm hoping that lily bounces back after being transplanted. Oh, there's a bachelor button right in the middle. Oops. Right in the middle of that. See, bachelor buttons will kind of get a little crazy. So you got to kind of just pluck them out where you don't want them, is what I do. But then I just let them also grow. Sometimes, like normally this is on my sidewalk, I'd be like, eh. But I don't really care. Look how pretty that is coming. Those are gorgeous colors. Super pretty. And there's a piece of grass. Pull that out. There's that California poppy down there. Bees love those. Those will get bees all excited. Those California poppies. Wow, the mosquitoes are like heavy out this morning. They are trying to get me. That looks like that's going to bloom soon. When that blooms, my son will come out here and he will smell it every single day that he's home. He will smell that flower. He loves the peonies. Oh, wow. Look at how pretty that is this morning. I'm surprised it's not loaded with bees. I don't see any strawberries yet. I do see flowers. Look how big that's getting. I put 2 jars over, 2 of them to see what that does. And then I was stealing dirt out of that yesterday. And then down here, I weeded some and found a couple of sunflowers that had gotten out here. And there's also some corn popping up over here. I still have the corn in my house. I need to transplant it. And there's, for some reason, there's a marigold right there and a marigold right there, but nothing in between. I don't know. Oh, there's another one back there. Oh, there's another one. So I guess there's a few of them. But I planted a ton of sunflowers right here, and that rabbit nipped off the tops of... I haven't seen the rabbit in a couple weeks. But he nipped off everything that was in here, and these are the only survivors. So I'll have to either get more sunflowers and pop those in, or do something. Carnations, I can't believe it. I guess I'm just supposed to leave them alone. And then just in June, they come back green. I don't know. It's like my first time growing carnations. And it's taken me, I think this is my 3rd year with them. So, you know, look at my lettuce. I'm going to come out here and start jumping. I have to make a salad now. It's like guaranteed. I have to. I have to. Super excited. My corn's all, or not corn, carrots are popping up. And then, so weird that yesterday I noticed that this is all sludgy. But I have Dr. Bonner's soap, and I need to come out here and scrub. I dumped this one out yesterday because I didn't want my dog, I would only let my dog drink out of that one. So, and then, of course, he has the ones in the house. It just depends on how lazy he is. I love how the Johnny Jumper and that orange kind of mix together. That's so cool. I'm thinking that might be another Johnny Jumper, but I don't know for sure. I can't wait till all these ones in the back bloom. Those are all going to be that pretty pink, that whatever that is. I got those in a mix at the dollar store, and it was like in a mixed box, and I, you know, just kind of, it was the first year that I had a garden. I couldn't afford anything, so I was just getting like a few things, and I sprinkled some of this stuff here, and this one came. This was the very first one that I got, and then I never saw that box again. I think it's like phlox or something, maybe. And then, so that year when this seeded out, I picked a few of the heads and I threw it in this flower bed. And then those two popped up. And then I got a little bit out of the one on this side because it was really big. And I cut it in half and then threw it in that flower bed when it started getting seeds. So that's how that. And then the Johnny Jumpers, those I planted way over there. That's my son. And they came out here, and I just let them grow wherever they want to grow because they're non-toxic, they're edible, they're pretty, they're little, who cares? They bloom from like, they start blooming around March, April, and they go all the way to like November, December sometimes. Sometimes I'll come out here and there'll be snow and there'll still be a couple blooms. So those are pretty cool. So I just kind of let them, wherever they want to grow, I just let them grow wherever. Except for on my sidewalks. I will yank them out of my sidewalks because, you know, I don't want anything in my sidewalks that gets in the way of my golf. And I like to do the putt-putt. I don't play like real golf. I just play the putt-putt or whatever, and I have my little course inside my garden. So I like that. Look at that. This is a weed, though. This can leave. But there's a California poppy, and there's a few more. Ah, these mosquitoes. They're getting me. Some peas. That's an onion. Oh, those are all my green onions. So I'll have my son lift that off for me today. I'll get my Dr. Bonner's. And see, the thing with Dr. Bonner's is, oh, I got some growth in here. These are petunias. it's so cool. But anyway, the Dr. Bonners, the reason why I get really bad weeds right here is because for some reason, plants like Dr. Bonner's soap. I don't know what the gig is on that. But I get, like, that. This is my major weed thing. So I'm trying to think of, like, because the Dr. Bonners, when I rinse it out, it's like the ground loves it. And it's like, I want it, I want it, I want it. And I don't know. Maybe I should switch. Maybe I should put that bird bath in here. And because this is a non-edible flower bed. So I have my edibles and I have my non-edible. So non-edible bee, bird, and hummingbird attractor bed. And then this is my edible. And then this is non-edible, 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 edible, edible, non-edible, non. The edibles in the hanging baskets, and on the side here, non-edible, and then edible. And then the trees are edible, but the stuff below are non. Sunflowers are edible. They're in the back. And then that whole line right there will be edible. And then there's like spots. Like this one is non-edible. This one is edible. And so forth. That one's non-edible, edible. So, and then these are all edible. All the way down. So it just depends. I have the non-edible to bring in the pollinators. And, you know, to enjoy. Have the stuff that I like. The mints, of course, are all edible. And then I have the edible, of course, because, you know, I like to eat out of my garden. But the non-edibles are good for trade, to help protect your edible beds, you know. Like they do, you know, like the deer do not like the irises. They don't like the asparagus. They cannot stand the echinaceas. And all the echinaceas, a lot of these non-edibles are also used for medical. So I could always trade. I could trade blooms, you know, like with the echinaceas, when the flowers bloom out, you can just pick the blooms, pick the flowers, throw them in, and the leaves. It doesn't really matter, actually. All of it is medical. You could put that in a container and you can trade it with anybody. If they have, you know, Everclear alcohol, they just soak the, you know, chop up the foliage, throw it in a jar, put the alcohol in it, and in 14 days, you can use it as like, for like flus, colds, all kinds of stuff like that. Wow, look. I like to pick these for, I can't have these in my garden because my autistic grandson, if he sees them, then he goes around, he'll pick everything because he loves those. He does. Those are his favorite things to pick. So, I don't want him to pick anything. Because once he gets picking on those, then everything is fair game. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope that if you're at work, it's a quick half day. And if you're at home, I hope you're relaxing and taking care of yourself and eating well. So good vibes, good. I'm wishing you all kinds of good things every day. All right, have a nice day. Bye.